Good morning, everyone, and welcome today to this very different recitation that we are going to have. Today, we are gathering here, we are here together not to collect more inputs or clearances or try to solve or dissolve, the thoughts, feelings, emotions that are there inside us. We're not here to collect that knowledge. But today, we are here to gently live what we already know, and that is awareness. Every day we receive awareness. How? Through conversations, through experiences of life, through the spiritual teachings, the metaphysical learnings, advice from others, maybe from books, and even in moments of silence. So we keep receiving awareness all the time. But true change begins within us when that awareness is assimilated, when that awareness is absorbed, and when we apply it in the now and in the presence, being in the present moment. So I'll give you very simple, examples of it. A simple thing we all know, that drinking water is good for the body. We are aware, we know that. But unless we actually stop or pause and drink water consciously, that awareness cannot nourish us, right? How many times we have experienced it, we're sitting, we have the water next to us, and we know we would like to have at least some sips, if not the whole glass of water every 1 hour, if not half an hour. And then we're so immersed in what we're doing, and then we say, oh, I forgot to drink water. Simple thing, water. Yeah? What about, when, if there is a, do we take a pause before we react? In that moment, we are aware. But if we, respond or react instantly, what are we doing? Whatever we are supposed to have learned or supposed to have imbibed as part of our growth, it's a sheer waste. We may try to work with affirmations later, do a lot of things, and maybe even ask yourself, why did I do that? But if we make ourselves aware that for any reaction, for any action, we do not have to react immediately. Just take a pause, not reply immediately. Maybe even when you are doing something and think about it and you say, okay, I'll leave it now, let me come back to it. But if you're in a desperate hurry to try and finish whatever you're doing, what happens? It can lead to stress. It can lead to emotional upheavals also. So the shift can only happen when we practice that pause before reacting in real life in any emotional moment. Correct? So we read a lot of books, we read or we see now on Insta also and other places. There are a lot of quotes, a lot of healing and peace messages that keep coming up. And sometimes they resonate with us. And you feel good about reading them, and it inspires you because somewhere it is connecting with your frequency. And that inspiration becomes living wisdom only when, in a moment of conflict, we choose that peace or whatever was suggested, what we saw online or from a book or something that we remember. We choose that peace instead of reaction. Right? So today, we are not going to go into details about information or anything else that needs to be clarified. for ourselves. It's about allowing what we already know to gently sink and settle inside us and reflect in how we live, speak, feel, and respond. Yeah? So let us mentally tell ourselves that we are today allowing ourselves to go in a softer space of inner inspiration. So close your eyes. Place one hand on your heart. And you have closed your eyes softly. Take a slow breath in and gently exhale. With each inhale, become aware, and with each exhale, release resistance. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Imagine all the wisdom, insights, teachings, and life lessons that you have gathered are like golden threads of light gently returning to your heart, not scattered, not forgotten, but slowly weaving together into clarity and quiet strength. See those threads of golden light returning to your heart. You do not need to rush. You do not need to push. You are simply allowing inner wisdom to settle. And now, with softness, just tell yourself, I am ready to live what I know. I am ready to walk my wisdom gently and consistently. Let these words melt into you like warm sunlight on water. Let them melt into your heart. Invoke your healing masters, healing guides, healing angels, your higher consciousness, radical consciousness, love consciousness, prosperity consciousness, your teachers, mentors, gurus, and guides. Seek their support, seek their guidance, seek their blessings to help you assimilate once again all the wisdom inside you, creating that awareness that whatever wisdom you have imbibed is what will help you to walk the journey of life in an easy and effortless manner as you connect to your superconsciousness and the prime resource energy. Collect all your personal thoughts, feelings, emotions, wherever they are scattered in the universe. Let them enter you, center you, and when you feel aligned and integrated, recite with me or after me. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness needs action. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness needs action. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness needs action. With soul's love, I recognize the wisdom I already carry. With soul's love, I recognize the wisdom that I already carry. With soul's love, I recognize the wisdom that I already carry. With soul's love, I release the need to only gather information. With soul's love, I release the need to only gather information. With soul's love, I release the need to only gather information. With soul's love, I acknowledge that small actions bring big change. With soul's love, I acknowledge that small actions bring big change. With soul's love, I acknowledge that small actions bring big change. With soul's love, I accept and embrace applying what I know. With soul's love, I accept and embrace applying what I know. With soul's love, I accept and embrace applying what I know. With soul's love, I recognize that guidance has always been around me. With soul's love, I recognize that guidance has always been around me. With soul's love, I recognize that guidance has always been around me. With soul's love, I accept and embrace what life has taught me. With soul's love, I accept and embrace what life has taught me. With soul's love, I accept and embrace what life has taught me. With soul's love, I release the fear of implementing my wisdom. With soul's love, I release the fear of implementing my wisdom. With soul's love, I release the fear of implementing my wisdom. With soul's love, I acknowledge that living wisdom transforms me. With soul's love, I acknowledge that living wisdom transforms me. With soul's love, I acknowledge that living wisdom transforms me. With soul's love, I recognize the value of applying even one insight. With soul's love, I acknowledge, I recognize the value of applying even one insight. With soul's love, I recognize the value of applying even one insight. With soul's love, I accept and embrace the integration of all I know. With soul's love, I accept and embrace the integration of all I know. With soul's love, I accept and embrace the integration of all I know. With soul's love, I release hesitation and choose movement. With soul's love, I release hesitation and choose movement. With soul's love, I release hesitation and choose movement. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness blossoms through actions. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness blooms through action. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness blossoms through action. With soul's love, I recognize the strength in applying the truth gently. With soul's love, I recognize the strength in applying the truth gently. With soul's love, I recognize the strength in applying the truth gently. With soul's love, I accept and embrace the teachings I have received. With soul's love, I humbly accept and embrace the teachings I have received. With soul's love, I humbly accept and embrace the teachings I have received. With soul's love, I release the belief that I am not ready. With soul's love, I release the belief that I am not ready. With soul's love, I release the belief that I am not ready. With soul's love, I acknowledge that I have enough wisdom to begin. With soul's love, I acknowledge that I have enough wisdom to begin. With soul's love, I acknowledge that I have enough wisdom to begin. With soul's love, I recognize that living consciously is in my power. With soul's love, I recognize that living consciously is in my power. With soul's love, I recognize that living consciously is in my power. With soul's love, I accept and embrace every lesson that life has given me. With soul's love, I humbly accept and embrace every lesson that life has given me. With soul's love, I humbly accept and embrace every lesson that life has given me. With soul's love, I release the need for perfection before I act. With soul's love, I release the need for perfection before I act. With soul's love, I release the need for perfection before I act. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness without action remains incomplete. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness without action remains incomplete. With soul's love, I acknowledge that awareness without action remains incomplete. With soul's love, I recognize that real growth begins when I apply it. With soul's love, I recognize that real growth begins when I apply it. With soul's love, I recognize that real growth begins when I apply it. With soul's love, I accept and embrace all practical, grounded wisdom. With soul's love, I humbly accept and embrace all practical, grounded wisdom. With soul's love, I humbly accept and embrace all practical, grounded wisdom. With soul's love, I release resistance to using what I know. With soul's love, I release my resistance to using what I know. With soul's love, I release my resistance to using what I know. With soul's love, I acknowledge that I am ready to walk my wisdom. With soul's love, I acknowledge that I am ready to walk my wisdom. With soul's love, I acknowledge that I am ready to walk my wisdom. Allow a deep breath in and a soft breath out. Feel that awareness back on your heart. Feel your presence, calm, alive, and quietly expanded. Today we did not force any change. We simply acknowledge the wisdom already living within us. You do not need intensity to grow. You just need gentle, loving consistency. So now, just tell yourself softly, with your hand on your heart and the golden threads of all the wisdom that is there within you, filling you up in every cell, fiber, muscle, tissue, organ of your body, and also making all your chakras vibrate to the frequency of awakened, assimilated awareness. Just tell yourself, with soul's love, I rise by applying my wisdom. With soul's love, I rise by applying my wisdom. With soul's love, I rise by applying my wisdom. With soul's love, I walk my wisdom one conscious step at a time. With soul's love, I walk my wisdom one conscious step at a time. With soul's love, I walk my wisdom one conscious step at a time. Breathe in, receive. Feel yourself aligning and getting synchronized. And when you're ready, gently rub your palms, massage your body, your face, your scalp, your arms, your legs, feel yourself grounded. Come back in the present, in the here and now. And when you feel completely aligned, synchronized, grounded, and back in the here and now, you can open your eyes. Take your time. Any thoughts, any feelings, any awareness, any experience you'd like to share?
Ma'am, yeah, one of the sentence affirmation you told that struck me. That is, with soul's love, I recognize awareness without action remains incomplete. That was something that was, it hit me like, we gather so much of information, but, without acting on it, it's just a information and you're not even doing anything with it.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was beautiful. And I think I will put this sentence in front of me so that, I can go back and
Yes.
thank you, ma'am. Yes.
You're welcome. Thank you for this input, Sri Vidya. Yeah, that's a fact, isn't it? We
Yes.
keep coming back even in open house or talking to our mentors or
Mm.
questioning ourselves. The knowledge is all there. It has been provided for you till the level that you are. I mean, beyond that, if you can't have handle, yes. But how many of us really apply it? Be honest. How many of us apply it? Yeah? Do we really apply it? We don't, right? Raise your hands how many of you apply it. Or rather, raise your hands how many of you don't apply it. I also don't apply it. Let's be honest.
Selective, ma'am. Sometimes.
No,
Yeah, I agree with Sri with that. Selective.
yes.
Sometimes the realization is not also not there that we are not applying, that we have that knowledge and we are not applying.
Yeah, I don't know if you joined right from the beginning. I talked of a
Yeah.
very simple thing, example of water. We know water nourishes us. We know that water is also responsible for us maybe losing weight as people talk. We know that it is something that can, keep us all the time hydrated, solve a lot of our skin problems, this problem, that problem, physical problems. And the glass of water will be there next to us. How many of us really drink it every hour? We don't. We'll keep doing our work and then we'll say, oh my God, I forgot to drink water. Oh my God, I forgot to do this. A simple act. This is also awareness. Awareness is not gyan. Awareness is not always talking about things, which are high mighty, right? So, yes, we just do not apply it. And I think we are fooling ourselves by thinking that I am applying the knowledge. We wait for others to tell us, we listen, we like it, and say, wow, that's fabulous. Um, yeah, we think it is fabulous, but we don't apply it at all. We come back again and again and again to our own selves, and maybe if we are learning back into that environment where we have the same questions, it must be taking a lot of patience for a lot of people to not react when you are talking of the same things again and again. That is their awareness that, okay, fine, these people are not yet ready to rise where they, from the level that they are. That's their story, not yours. So why make it your own and start losing your patience or get angry or get upset, right? So everything, as I say, always is linked. Everything is linked. Yeah, okay, let me just read what people are writing here. So Usha, Renuka, okay, good morning, Renuka, thank you. Manisha, thank you, Revati. And Usha says, thank you. Shri says, okay, you've written the statement. Usha says, Absolutely. We apply our knowledge as often as not. Very true. We don't. And Shrisha says today's recitation is an eye opener, inspired me to trust and follow my wisdom. Awesome. So, yeah, don't just get inspired, apply it. Yeah, it's very nice. That's why I asked you to share your thoughts, to share your experiences, or any questions that you have on this about awareness. How many of us are really aware and make that effort to apply that wisdom in any sphere as much as we know to our lives? Anyone? Now we're just having a little discussion because today we have a little time. Anyone would like to say something to this? Come on, girls. This is not a lecture. This is a participative program that I have.
Actually, Aarti, if I may share something,
Yes,
see,
Usha.
so many of us are doing courses after courses. How much do we revisit what we've done and apply them? That is so important.
Yes,
That's the point where I paused and I said, what are the first things I learned? Go back to the origins. In fact, invariably, a lot of things are so much simpler.
yeah,
We tend to complicate things.
absolutely. And it's not just about any curriculum, it's about life itself. There may be
Absolutely.
certain things you would have learned or seen from others or observed others doing, etc. And that's a good way of doing it. Let me apply it. But sometimes our ego doesn't allow us to do it. Suppose that same person is visiting your house and the circumstances are similar. You will try and do it differently, but you will not do it the way the person did it because you don't want them to know that, you have
You've learned from them.
exactly that you have been my guru for this. Everybody is
Ego.
a guru.
Ego.
Everybody is a ego. Exactly. Everyone is a guru. Everything is a guru around you. There is no fixed guru.
Hmm.
Everyone, everything, every moment is a guru teaching you the ethics of life, the facets of life, the way of living life. So when I said today about assimilating awareness, this was for all of us to understand that yes, I need to be aware of every small thing around me. That doesn't mean becoming paranoid, but it means being aware. And again, Usha, taking your point forward, we do these courses, as you said, and we learn. And I think all of at least for Radical, all of us have been advising, guiding you. You means people that when you are in any situation or you're going through your traumas or anguish or pain or anything, just ask yourself, how is it making you feel? A simple statement like that. So if you're feeling, let's say, not good enough, or I'm feeling upset, or I'm feeling hurt, just R5 it. But haven't you noticed? A lot of us keep coming back with the same thing. And what do the mentors say? Just R5 it. You know it, but you don't do it. If you had said,
Sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes that they bring us back to center when we talk it over with somebody.
yeah, agreed.
You know it, but somewhere you've forgotten it. So when we have what we call satsang or ask each other, it kind of, oh, this is what I need to. Thank you for
Yeah,
reminding me.
no, that is fine. That is
Hmm.
okay. But what happens is, if you try and apply it on yourself by saying, okay, let me R5 it first. If
Yeah.
you R5 it and still do not get a resolution, that means, okay, I tried this happened,
Hmm.
and now help me. And
Hmm.
yes, we are also not so aware in the field. I mean, I'm talking now again in Radical. We are not aware, again, we are not making ourselves aware that at least let me try to R5 certain aspects of my life.
Hmm.
The other day I just couldn't find my keys and I needed to go out. I was saying, where is it? What happened? So that little bit of anxiety started coming in. So I started R5ing my anxiety and I R5 my keys, both. Seriously, I had to find my keys, I had to find my anxiety, I had to find my keys, I had to find my anxiety, and I found it instantly within 3 minutes. Before that, I was looking for 20 minutes, I couldn't find it. And then when I found it, I mean, it was my own stupidity, I would say, that I had put it inside the cupboard. Though I looked inside the cupboard, I didn't find it. So what happens? That realization came, and then, I converted it into a moment of, instead of telling myself that you're so stupid, because that is an energy I'm trying to tell myself that you are stupid. I just converted it into a hilarious moment, and I said, what fun! We played a game of hide and seek, and that moment passed. I was not stupid. I'm not stupid. You know, what I'm trying to tell you is that all these little things that we say to ourselves, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm hopeless, I'm helpless. Your awareness tells you to convert all this into wisdom and appreciate and love and honor and dignify yourself so that you can live in integrity. See, everything is connected. It's all about assimilating that awareness. Yeah, Shirisha?
So, ma'am, when you are talking about like assimilating, so like I had this thought that when we assimilate, so like it builds our confidence, and there's also like if we do any mistakes, we can tell ourselves that okay, now we can correct our situation, like correct ourselves,
Yeah,
like how you did, I'm not a fool. So like that kind of awareness it brings and expansion it brings.
yeah. Very true. Very true. And that is what, I mean, look, we are not giving gyan here to anybody, neither to you or you to me. Yeah. Idea is again to make ourselves understand that awareness is such a fantastic tool that we have. And that tool can make us listen. The key word is listening. That will make you understand, and sort of be aware like your child, if it's saying no to something, you will not be offended immediately, but you listen to that no and understand maybe there's something else that the child is trying to tell me. Maybe there's some other message that even my helper in the house is trying to give me. And you turn around and ask her, what is it? Something not right with you today? Anything that is bothering you? She may just break down and say, my son is not well, or my this is not well, or I was beaten up by my husband. And you will give her a reassuring hand, probably, and tell her, okay, don't do this today. If you want, you can go home. It's okay. What will happen? You will get more of her affection and love, that she is considerate, she loves me, she takes care of me. Tomorrow, when you have a need and if there's something that needs to be done extra, possible she'll do it for you. So, what did you do? You created a bond of trust, a bond of awareness, a bond of love. And love is the biggest frequency that we work with, the only frequency. So, yeah, as I said, awareness, assimilation, once you do it in yourself, and then just apply it by listening, by caring, by doing, by providing, by contributing, by whatever else you feel you would like to add to that. Yeah? Anything else, anyone? Okay. So thank you very much for all being here. I hope this assimilation that we are doing today is something that we'll carry forward in our lives willingly, happily, caringly, to one and all. So have a great day, enjoy yourself, and see you tomorrow for Fulsome Friday. Have a great time. Bye bye.